Hey guys, it's me again. My allergies are acting up again, so sorry if I sound a little weird or nasally. But I'm here with some of the WNS games that were happening yesterday. I've been doing a lot of audio viewing off the recording. I just don't feel like recording all of them. Sorry, some stuff was falling on my desk. But yeah, I've also got a setup just to try to remember the draft easier. But yeah, we're going to be going through all three of these games. At least I'm pretty sure there were three today. So that was the plan. So starting off, we're going to see the Darius band, and then the Olaf. Oh, I forgot. Dang. Darius, Olaf, and Lulu. Let's put another one down here for the third slot. Lulu. So this one is a bit odd. Put these. Not a fan of Lulu bands. She's not good. Like, she's not good. She gets away in NA a lot. Like I've watched some of the VODs of like Flash Wolves versus One and like other teams like that, and they're never playing Lulu even when she's open because you just get bullied. Like, she should be killed like 7 times in lane. Like, she's just not good. Also, there are sort of alternatives to Lulu, so I don't like that. And I'd say Set is much higher prio. Set is higher prio, especially when you're first pick Corky, who like doesn't. He's like pretty good level 1, but like Set will just walk into lane and face breaker everyone and they're dead. Yeah. The Olaf, yes, please fucking ban Olaf. I was watching this so many times yesterday, and some NA teams just don't want to ban Olaf, and it makes me so mad. Like, Olaf is the best jungler in the game. That's all I need to say. As for the Darius, I mean, I don't know. Maybe banning a pocket pick. There were other teams in this tournament, specifically Ailish, who basically have a one-trick Darius top. So they might have been like not sure if they were playing against them, but like Yawn's pretty well known. He's like an okay ban. I would have preferred to see Set or like, you know, like the Senna or the Camille. Like Set, Senna, Camille or higher. Higher prio. Yeah. So now looking at the side of Yawn, what are they going to ban out? They're going to ban out Karma, Senna, Galio. So Karma is first, and then Senna, and then Galio. So Karma. I like it. The more Karma I see, like, she's a pretty good sport. I don't think she's, like, as a sidebar, I don't think Karma's honestly that good, especially in the support role. I think that this might be my fucking NA brain talking, but I think she's a lot better in the mid lane. Like, I don't know. She just has so much utility that I think if you just kind of like put her in the mid lane and like give her utility to move around, because she can clear waves really fast with her first ability, Montrud. Like, I think she's better mid, honestly. The more I see her. Where'd my black? I set this to black or whatever. Senna, good ban. Good ban. Senna's cracked. And then Galio. As for Galio, I mean, it's okay. Set slid through. I mean, wouldn't you want to rather ban like a set or like a zit? Then again, so this is one of the problems. I think NA is kind of behind on the meta a little bit. I'm a big fan of Ziggs in the bot lane, and I think that like Ziggs is really good, but no one in NA plays Ziggs. Literally no one. I think I saw it once yesterday, and like I don't know. I'm a Ziggs truther, baby, just like I'm a Cloud Dragon truther. So the first pick we see is a Corki. I mean Corki. Actually, god damn it. Corki. It's okay. I mean, Corki. Okay. Still think Ziggs is better. Okay. Ziggs is probably better. I would like to see a jungler pick. Other than that, what's a high prio? I don't think there's a lot like set, Camille, both on the table. But then again, like you pick Corki. It's kind of hard to pick both Set and Camille, because then you're gonna have to like basically slot either Set support or like Set jungle. We did see that, or Camille jungle. And so it's a bit interesting. Saba and Imama are gonna pick Yawn. I don't know what I'm saying. Yawn are going to pick what? A Nami and a Lucian. Not what I meant to do. There we go. Okay, this is good. So Nami Lucian. I mean, I'm not a fan of Lucian. I don't think he's very good right now. I mean, the ADCs just don't do enough damage. Yeah, I'm gonna say like, and Wildlift, I think he's just a little bit too fast for them, honestly. Not a fan. Not a fan. Set is open. I think like junglers are open right now, and like you can pick up your Kha'Zix or Rengar, neither which have a really bad matchup into each other. And like, so I think you kind of have to put Lucian mid. If I remember correctly, he ends up going mid. But like, that means you kind of have to pick an AP bot laner, which puts you in a weird spot unless you're gonna pick Ziggs. And in that case, why not just pick Nami Ziggs? But Nami Ziggs isn't a great lane, so like, I mean, Ziggs is obviously okay, because he can just farm from, like, he can farm from the other side of the goddamn map, basically. But you could just set him to the Nami roam, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, why not? Why are you first picking support? That's my question. Like, Nami's not gonna get banned. Like, let her float and pick Set. Pick a top slash jung. Like there's a lot of junglers that are open that give you options and you won't be banned out. Like, now if you don't pick a jungler in this scenario, if you're Yawn, Kha'Zix, the Jin Zhao get banned out, and you're stuck playing like Riven, or like, well, no, probably Kha'Zix, Riven get banned out. Then you're stuck playing like Jin Zhao or Jax, these junglers that like, they're good, but like they fall off pretty hard. I mean, you can play the Lee Sin too, but then they just play like a tanky support, like a Thresh, and you're kind of boned. So yeah. And there's the Thresh. Thresh. Wait, why does SBW have 2 picks? They don't. Copied it. One minute. That should be Yawn's pick, my bad. Wait. Oh, I skipped the Rengar. Or wait, no. I did not put enough picks in here, did I? There we go. That looks better, okay. Yeah, so Rengar Lucian. Or Rengar, I don't know why I'm saying Lucian, that's what they picked. I saw Lucian. So we're gonna see Rengar, and Thresh. Good pick. Good pick. It allows you to ban out. It allows you to ban out junglers, to ban out most junglers. I could spell for my goddamn life. It allows you to ban out most junglers for Yawn, which is good. In ban phase 2 if they want. As for the Thresh, this is just a good pick. You get the counter pick on the Thresh. You also know that they're not going to counter pick the Thresh. You also know that you're playing against a Nami who's ranged. So like if you can pull her in, she's relatively squishy. She's an enchanter. Yeah, I think it's a good pick. Just a solid pick around. Solid pick overall. Solid pick overall. Now let's see what is picked on the side. Yeah. See what we got over here for Yawn. Actually, I should just put this over here, shouldn't I? I'm not looking at them, but the Lee Sin. I don't know. I feel like it's too early to pick Lee Sin, because like if they just go like a tank in the top lane, like an 80 carrier, like a mid lane. Like, okay, so here's the thing, right? I don't like the Lee Sin pick because you're gonna get punished either way. I think it's too early. I think you want to pick him like 4 or 5 here, because they can very easily pivot to like a tanky composition with the Corki as a carry. So yeah, too early. SBW has an easy pivot away from squishies. Yeah, so now let's see what we're seeing for the next few phases. It looks like we're gonna see Renekton, Diana, Camille, Set. Thank fuck. Yeah. So just as a note, how has Set floated through here? How is Set and Camille both floated? Like, this feels like a misdraft, because Set is so fucking good. He's so fucking ridiculously good. So is Camille. Why have they both floated here? This is that NA difference, baby. Like, you can't let these guys float. They're too good. You will get punished on the international stage for this. This is stuff that you get away with because you're in NA. So the bans were what? Renekton, Camille, Renekton, Camille, Set, and Diana. Yeah. I mean, there's not much to say about their Renekton. I know that their top laner, who Avire, I believe it is, has looked pretty good on it. Other than that, Camille, like, it amazes me how long these people float. I'm not sure why the Diana ban came in though. Maybe just trying to put the Corki in the mid and get rid of other bad options against the matchup. We're gonna see the Shen and the Irie and the Garen. And this is exactly what I was talking about when I was saying the pivot picks, right? Because now you've got this comp that doesn't lose to Lee Sin, right? Maybe they were just banning out. I like this actually. Now that banning out dive. Banning out dive. Yeah, I like the Diana ban more now, because now you're banning out the dive characters. I haven't seen much of Shen, so I'm not going to comment on him too much, but from what I've seen from him, I'm not sold. People have been saying that he's good because globals are really good, but like, the casters have used this term, because I listened to them when I originally listened to the broadcast. They use the term cheating tempo, and I don't believe that is possible to the same extent in Wild Rift as it is in other games. Because Wild Rift has such a small map, you don't need to cheat tempo. Like, as long as you're clearing waves, you should be good. I'm not a believer. Did we steal last pick? No, we didn't. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna talk about there. But Irie, really good pick. Good pick. Lots of damage, lots of AP, and doesn't lose to Lee Sin. Right? That's what's really important. But by the way, I just noticed this now. How the fuck is Jace floated? Like, there's so much good stuff that's been floating throughout this entire game that I feel like we're gonna throw, like, non-NA teams off just by the fact that we let this shit through. Ziggs, Jace, Garen, like, I'm just gonna start writing stuff. Ziggs, Jace, Set, Camille. The more I think about it, the more I'm gonna put down there, okay? That's basically what I'm saying. Yeah, but good top lane pick. Right, because if you're looking at this comp, they you know the Shen's gonna go top lane, so like, I don't know much about, like, don't know the matchup. But Garen doesn't lose. But Garen doesn't lose to many. Garen doesn't lose too much. As for the Yawn pick, we will see what it is. I'd like to see a Jace, honestly. Pivot the Lucian bot, take the losing lane, or a Ziggs, you know, pivot the Lucian mid, and just farm from safety. But like, there's so much on the board here that, like, if you're not picking like a Ziggs or a Jace, yeah, okay, thank God. Like, yeah, thank God that you picked the Jace. So the Jace is probably gonna go top lane. Wait, no, the Jace can't. So Jason's gonna go mid. Jason's gonna go mid. I don't know why I thought he'd go top. It's because NA's been running him top for some reason. He's much better mid, but I hope that explains how I feel about this draft. Good pick. Good into Ari as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, you've got to be fucking with me here. Like, look at all of this shit that just, like, this draft just let so much stuff through. And, like, I don't know if it's a pool problem, like, but, like, this will get punished. This will get punished, especially by, like, even, like, Cloud9 could punish this draft very hard. And, like, I'm not a huge Cloud9 truther. I haven't seen much of IMT and Sentinels either. But, like, someone like Enemy, I've seen a few of their games. I think that they would just, like, own this draft, you know? Like, it's just so much in here that's just, like, should never have gotten through. Anyways, into the game. Game 1. Okay. Yeah, so lane assignments are relatively standard, basically what we expected. And this is the problem with Nami early game. You're just gonna get bullied. You're already recalling as Nami. Like, I'm pretty sure that what happened here is... No, they just walked up and hit a hook, it looks like. Like... This is the struggle if you pick a shitty bot laner and a shitty support. Like, Nami, this is why you didn't need to ban out Lulu. Lulu is the exact same here. You're just owning her early game. You should be killing her like 4 different times. Like, you need to do that to beat these characters, and it's so easy. But, like, also, look at the amount of space they have, right? Joey is sitting back here, and they can just hold away here. There's, like, a good, like, unit or two, like, not like unit or two, but like there's just so much good space here before Joey can reasonably do anything. And when he does, he gets into range of like carry to just hook him again, and like too young. So like I don't know, this is just like not a good position. Now that Nami's back, she just gets like you can just kind of hook her. You can just keep hooking, and like it's basically 2 1v1s. But in this scenario, like you're going to win the 1v1 as SBW because Corki in my opinion is just better here. Like so it looks like here no, Joey does hit level 2. Yeah, Joey hits level 2, but it looks like Corki just hit level 2 first and just uses his little burst machine spray, plus like I think maybe a hook from carry to chunk him down. But god damn it. Bro, the observers in this game make me mauled the fuck out sometime. Why are we looking at top lane here? Like shit's been popping off in the bot lane. But yeah, this is not good. This is very much what you don't want to have happen. Because now Corki is ahead by a long shot, which makes it harder for the Lee Sin to kill him. Makes it harder for like anyone to do anything. Setting up for a gank on Jace here. But it looks like he's not going to fall for it. Do they have any vision on where Rengar is? No. So he's just playing safe because I'm pretty sure it's because they don't see the support in the bot lane. But like that's a good communication. Communication. But yeah. And then he sees the support and he just kind of backs off. Good job. yeah, I'd like to see SBW go for an invade, which it looks like they will. Like, you're ahead in the bot lane, you can just exert pressure over to this entire area. Like, this entire jungle is basically yours. And then Lee Sin, it looks like he's going to go after the blue buff. Garen should hopefully check this because there was a ward there. They know he's there. And it looks like they're just going to let him have it. Oh, they're going to... Okay, that's a nice little thing. You can see they use the like flower that gives you the vision down this direction to see the vision. So this gives Rengar the ability to basically say, oh, this entire jungle is free. So Rengar's going to go over here and steal his entire jungle. I don't like recalling right where you saw a ward, but like you think the chase is far away enough. And as you can see, good ward by Aver to not get caught out. He should hit level 4, right? But it is a bit of a problem that he is kind of under. I don't think he can hit level 5 off this. But he should soon. Yeah, so I don't know. I think this lane for Ahri Jace is like pretty even. They both have these like huge long range poke abilities and like good long range, so like they should never really be in range of each other besides their poking. You're not going to be able to win this gank. I don't know why Lee Sin is coming up here. Like, he has honey fruit up. Like, I think this is bad positioning. Why are you up here? Like, I don't think you're going to be able to kill this guy ever, right? You haven't forced out Flash. Like, he can just kind of keep running and sitting under tower. Plus, you know, he's Garen. He's not going to die to a Lee Sin. He's a tank. Like, he's got really good stats. Level 1, 2, like... He's already bought Kindlegon, which is extra HP. I'm not a fan of going top to gank. I think that, like, even though you're completely getting annihilated bot, you should try to go bot, take the 3v2, or, like, go mid. See, this is why the Lee Sin pick was really bad. Right, like, Lee Sin has game 1. Like, Lee Sin, let's see, like, who is it? Yawn gets run over, right? Yawn is... Yeah, so Yawn gets run over bot. I'm probably gonna stop taking notes actually. Yeah, just say fuck it, stop taking notes. I'll just keep the draft. But like, yeah, Yawn gets run over bot. I'm just gonna like notate big things like losing bot lane bad. Lee Sin has no influence over the map. Slash gank potential anywhere. This is why I said I think this Lee Sin pick is too early. I think that you'd rather pick like even like a Kha'Zix, because like a Kha'Zix still does like a lot of damage. So yeah. And now you're just seeing how fast Corki can clear these waves. It's ridiculous. So Cloud Dragon spawning first means that it's probably a good cycle. Cloud Dragon is kind of dog shit if it doesn't spawn first, but if it spawns first, I think it's really good. Cloud Dragon truthers rise up, as they say. But yeah, so I'm a Cloud Dragon truther. But yeah, there we go. So we're just gonna see a very simple objective trade. That being said, SBW should continue to stay ahead, right? Like, they know they're winning bot lane, so they're going to try to swap the bot in the mid lane and just kind of exert their influence and try to take this mid turret eventually. And A really good charm by Ari. So I'm gonna ask this question, right? Because there are wards here. You see the Rengar walking bot, and then you don't see him anymore. Why are you face checking this Bush's Jace? Like, just, shoot a shot in there. Like, check it. Oh, hold up. Picture in picture. See, this picture in picture is important because you're going to see that the Shen will attempt to use his ultimate. And he cancels it, or he gets silenced, it looks like. Because of the Garen. So, yeah. This is just a 1-0 trade. Or 1-for-1 now. But yeah, I don't think you win this because you have to get the top turret. Otherwise, you're just falling even further behind. And like, they might be able to get a plate on the tier 2 as well if they, yeah. If no one shows up, they might be able to get a plate. But Jace is here, so they shouldn't. Yeah, so they do get the top lane turret. You can see in that picture, in the bottom. And it looks like blue team should confirm the Scuttle Crab. Yes, they do. Good confirm on them. That's just extra gold you don't want going in hands of your enemies. Not to mention we're about 1k ahead. Let's look at the gold differences. Garen is losing. Obviously that 1 kill hurt. I think he's also getting bullied by Shen. This is a worse matchup for Garen than I thought. So yeah. Other than that, you can see the Corki is winning by a country mile. Jace and Ari are about even. And then Thresh is about 600-700 ahead. And then as for the junglers, it's about a 200 difference. So that being said, Lucian's ult is forced to go to the tower, and we're gonna see up here the combo under the Garen kills him. So Lee Sin's finally coming online, it looks like, but I'm sorry, what? Oh my god, it's the ward. This is why vision in these triple brushes is so fucking good. You can see they see the Nami in the brush, immediately goes for a hook flash, hits it, and the Nami's dead. They're gonna try to trade the turret, it looks like. It looks like they should get it. So good job on them trying to play through the top side of the map. But like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of how I think this draft, even then, like, I think that you still should lose this game if you're Yawn. I think that the ability of Sabani Malman at a team fight now is starting to come online as well. And like, we've seen their support just do ridiculous things. So there we see it. I don't know what the fuck we're seeing. We're just seeing like wave clearing. So, like, okay, I'm gonna actually try to fucking, I fell asleep for a second there. I'm gonna fucking sleep at the wheel. Looking at the division, there's like fuck all wards for blue, and I think that's problematic. Like, if you look at the red side warding, they very clearly got a lot of vision around this Rift Herald. It looks like that's the objective they'll be focusing on. And well, you've got 30 seconds. You want the Corki to recall now to get that package. It looks like red should confirm the Scuttle Crab as well. Yeah. Is Corki not grabbing his package? You've only got 10 seconds. Okay. I don't know if that's enough time if they are to force an objective. And now we see a ton of you just see a ton of wards come down. Right, you're seeing 3 around the dragon. And like they're just clearing it out. And so it looks like, due to the fact that there's a lot of vision and a lot of time to clear out, it looks like Corki will be here with the package in time for the fight. So we're looking at what is a 4v5 right now, because of where Ari is. She can very easily get into the fight. She has her ult. She can dash in, flash in, hit a charm, dash out. So we see a wave. It hits the tank and the tank. Meanwhile, Joey uses ult. The Avova, Avere, I don't know why I'm saying Avova. Avere just kind of tanks it. And then Corki just gets in the back line and does an actual ton of damage. They do get the dragon, but this should be at least a 3k. Good kill onto the Shen. And it looks like they should get the Rift Herald, maybe? Yeah, it looks like they're going to try for the Rift Herald. Yeah, so they will get the Rift Herald. Yeah, 9, be careful there. You've got the support, and he's willing and ready to hook you at any time. So, if you're Sabani Mama, you're down 2 dragons, which you never like to. I'm sorry, what? Looks like Jace just sees the Ari and dinks them and kills them. That being said, what are we looking at here for items? Ari's still ahead. Hitting that 2-item power spike at Rabadon's though, that 35% increase is huge. Actually huge. Lee Sin's got 2 items. Rengar only has about 1.5. So Rengar's ahead there. The Shen, only about 700. I feel like that lead should be bigger if you've died 3 times, but we'll died twice to the Shen at the very least. Yeah. As for the Lucian, still 2k behind the Corki, which is not what you want to see. I'd like to see Sabani Mama start pushing out towers, like, even though they do have their dragon buffs, like, oh god. So it's going to be an Elder Infernal. That's even, like, at this point, all that really matters is the Elder. Like, if you get that Elder Infernal, like, no one cares about the rest of this. You know? And no fight around the Scuttle, but you can see they're kind of positioning around mid, looking for a fight. So this is actually a really interesting idea. The casters talked about it a lot. So like, if you want to hear more about like what they think, and I think their thoughts on this idea are very good. They're very interesting. I definitely recommend listening to the cast. I think that just as a side note, I think that like the casters for Wild Rift are really fucking good. Like, they're all really smart. They're all really intelligent about the game. And like, I would recommend you all listen to them. You know, I know Esports DJ does his own things. I know Kangas helps cast for like, I think it is LCS. I don't know much about Baller, who was on this one. I I know he said he was relatively new, but like he definitely seemed to have a very good grasp of the game. So are the hosts. Like, massive shout out to the desk talent. They're all very good. But the idea that they were talking about is putting the Shen into the Ahri, because the Shen or the Ahri can just kind of clear waves with like just like instantly, and so basically the Shen has no map pressure because the Ahri has cleared all of the waves already. Like, look at that, like one ability, 3 autos, the wave is dead. Plus, when you're taking the Shen on the Ahri, he taunts you once, and then you just kind of you use your charm, you use your abilities, and then you just kind of get out free. So I think this is really good. But I think that the reason, the casters seem to think that the reason that this was good was due to the wave presence. I'm going to take the different take and say that Shen and Ahri is a really bad matchup for Shen. I think that the Ahri's mobility, especially the ability to move consistently, and like the charm, and the ability to sort of like, not really heal herself, but she can a little bit with her abilities. But I think that just the ability to charm, especially on that Shen, you basically are stuck wherever your protection from CC is with that Shen. So like the wave clearing is definitely a very important part. But we saw it here where like on the Garen, this would have been a lot of damage because the Garen kind of gets stuck there, right? The Ahri charms him, he's stuck there, and now he gets chunked. And at that point, he can either keep going and she'll back away and keep kiting, or, he can just back off. And he only has the option to back off. So basically, if you're going to try to counter Shen, I think that the important part is that you get some sort of ranged carry. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but Vayne or Akshan seem like the choices. Maybe Fiora too. Fiora has a fucking ridiculously long range. Renekton probably would be good. Jace. But all of these carries that sort of have longer ranges. Not to mention, I think the reason that he's not doing so well either is like Sunfire Aegis is like, I'm pretty sure that's all HP. And so the Garen doesn't seem to have much like damage in that sense. Like, he's mostly got armor piercing to deal with a lot of like the squishier characters. And it looks like they're going to try to take the top turret. Yeah. Not to mention, a lot of the times the Garen's losing, but like the time he's gotten killed are like the 2v1s. So I don't think it's that bad of a matchup. It's definitely not awful. So this is actually a really interesting play, right? So what we see here is we see the little lantern being left for the Rengar. They all jump in, they all get the burst bomb, and they're immediately onto the mid lane, right? If there was just like any sort of less information, this Lucian would be dead because they came from the top lane to the mid lane so fast, and you can see that he's almost still caught out. So like, I think that's a really interesting play. I'm really liking Carry's Thresh. Oh my god, the Nami's so dead. Oh wow. And that's the reason why Ahri is good. Just chunk your opponent down. Hit a singular charm and they are dead. I think the Ahri and the Corki have been the most two impactful people that like carries this game. And that's really important because if you look at the gold, the two people with the highest gold are the Ahri and the Corki. You got all of the gold on your carries. On the opposing team, the two people with the highest gold are what? Lee Sin and Jace, followed very closely by what? Shen? Like, Lee Sin and Shen aren't going to win you the game. Jace can sort of, but like he can't carry on his own. So this is one of those things where you're just like, yeah, like you're just kind of, you're in this scenario where you need money on Lucian, but Lucian just hasn't been in the game. And like even then, I think this is like a very good comp for Ziggs. I'm gonna keep pointing at Ziggs and like play this character. He's fucking ridiculous. He just does so much fucking damage. I really like the lantern positioning. It's just kind of a way out. You know, it gives the Rengar, if he does get dove, a way out. A good hook onto the Lee Sin, but there's no one really around to capitalize. Okay. So this is a really good like dash kick. But the Ahri gets out. The Corki then uses packages to get into the fight. And damn, they're already dead, huh? So let's think about this fight. So obviously it hurts that the Ahri got caught out. I'm gonna put this down on 0.5. So if we look at this, obviously it hurts that the Ahri was in this weird position, kinda got caught out. But she has flash, she has her dashes, she can kinda get out. I think the bigger problem here is that Corki does nothing. Like, he's just kind of like sitting over here, he's chunking into Zenith, but like you don't want to have your Corki on the tanks, you want to have him on the squishies. But like just trying to chunk people. Like you want to have him doing a lot of damage, and he's not doing that. And if you just look at where 9 is, like 9 is just chunking people. Like Joey doesn't do anything for most of this fight. But 9 just starts chunking carry. And like, if we look at Chaos, right? He probably gets 3 Tamu. Yeah, him and carry get 3 Tamu. Joey starts going at them, but like, whatever, right? Because the moment Rengar comes out of stasis, you're dead. Boom, boom, boom. That should be Joey dead. Yeah, but 9 is just sitting over here chunking. Meanwhile, you've got the other side of the fight, which is your Corki up against the assassin and the tank. Not a matchup you want. And then Garen's fighting the assassin and the tank, who he's died to 3 times. So I don't think this is any sort of favor. Bad exit strategy from Chaos. You should be going out this way already, because then you would have gotten out already. But that's minor. I think the problem was that the Corki was in a bad spot for the fight. Right, because if we watch this package usage as well, so right, obviously the Ahri gets knocked out of position, but like at this point you could almost not take the fight, but it looks like they really want to take the fight. So Corki goes over, he only splits 9 off, but 9 can still do a lot of damage, and like even then the zoning, they don't get anything from the zoning, right? It's not like they get a kill onto Joey before getting a kill onto 9. Like in this instance, right? Like they only get the kill onto the, like Jochu's already dead, basically is what I'm trying to say, right? Like at this point you've already gotten caught out. Like it's unfortunate, but like you're kind of dead here, right? Because your dumb just instantly kills him. Yeah, so we'll skip back to the fight. So at this point, it's been your dumb and 9 who are carrying. Also, I think it is important that the Master Yi was able to just kind of teleport over to the fight. But like by this point, the fight is already over the moment the Ahri dies. He's just doing a good job as a tank, though. I really like the fact that he did TP over. That being said, I don't know why you'd want to take this fight if you're Sabani Mama, because you do know that the Garen doesn't have the speed to catch up with the Shen, so that's something to notice. But yeah. So Elder Infernal and Baron, the next 2 objectives. Elder Infernal is really important because Yawn have all of the dragons, and you don't want to give Elder Infernal over to someone who has all of the dragons. And this is interesting. So basically they look like they want to take a 2v2 here. But Johto is very clearly in the area. It's the charm onto Chase and just chunks him, and then he's dead. Yeah, so I mean, I just think that you don't want to take that fight if you're Yawn, but it is what it is. I suppose I can see the logic, but like at that point it's even, you know, you want to take the 5v5s. You've been winning them, honestly. Nothing much happening. It looks like it's just going to be kind of farming it up. Looks like everybody's going to start going for recalls. I'm surprised we haven't seen anything around the Elder Infernal. Or like the Baron, my bad. The Elder Infernal hasn't spawned yet. But yeah, I feel like at this point, you're either going to wait for the Elder Infernal, or you're just going to start forcing around the Baron. And it looks like we're just waiting for the Elder Infernal. I'm not sure why you're taking this 1v1 if you're down almost 2 levels. But yeah. Again, they're just kind of poking each other in the bot lane. What are we looking at here? Okay, it looks like we're gonna get a fight in the mid lane, maybe? Okay. You don't want to take a fight if the Garen isn't there, though, right? This is the problem, right? The Garen either has to stop the Shen, or you want to take the fight 5v4 and wait for the Shen to TP in. Zenith rank 1 goes into the bush, but, there are 2 of them there. He does hit the knockup, though, and it looks like it's basically a 4v3, which means that this looks like the Corki's dead. Yeah, so Johto recalls, and so they know where the Garen is. They know where the Corki is. And I feel like they have some sort of idea, right? Because it's very clear that he's not surprised. So I think they're expecting them to be in this bush. I don't know if they have vision. I can't tell. Maybe they have vision on them walking in somehow. Doesn't look like there's a ward in that bush. Oh, they see the Thresh. So they're expecting at least the Thresh there, I think. So they go in, they hit the knockups, hit the taunts, and Lee Sin immediately follows up, hits the dash, goes in, hits the kick into Corki into the enemy team, forcing him out, which is very good. And then the Shen just kind of goes in on the Corki, kills him. The Ahri shows up, but gets chunked down. Yes, the Ahri's here, but you can see she just gets chunked down. Who does she get chunked down by, right? Because I'm watching... The Jace isn't even in this fight, which is very interesting. The Jace is going to kill Carry, probably. Okay. So the Jace comes in at the end. But yeah, this should be a 5K, and I think they can end off of this. Yeah, this should be the end of the game. So that was just like a really good fight. I think this is obviously the end of the game. Let's just skip ahead. Yeah, so end of the game. So let's go back and let's watch this last fight one more time. So a good Nami wave too. Hits the knockup. A really good kick, making sure that Corki isn't going to live. Right, Corki is the carry. I think it's really good focus fire on top of him. And then Ari comes in, and it looks like I can't tell where the damage comes from. There's a lot of visual clutter on the screen. Sorry if I'm just missing something obvious. Actually, why am I not putting this on 2-5? I'm trying to figure out what kills the Ari here, because I think that's like a very key in the game. Sorry, I'm going to full screen as well. So he's full. He takes what looks like an auto from Lucian. It just looks like a few auto attacks from Lucian and like some of the damage from it looks like mostly damage from Lucian. So good job just killing him. But yeah, that's the end of the game. Overall, the takeaways. I don't know. I think it was a very good comeback. I think they exploited. Good comeback. Played through the top lane really well. Right, like, because if you look at the time, if you look at the gold difference, right, it's basically even. But if you look at the gold difference here, you know, they're ahead 800, ahead about 1,000, ahead about 700. Then they're behind, right, from after they get wiped here, right. But up until they get wiped, they were basically ahead. They're up 2K gold. And so they did a really good comeback through these team fights. Where was it? Right, so they're ahead 2K. Now they're ahead. And so we're going to keep skipping forwards to like keep looking at the gold differences. Right, so they get wiped here. And then they become, I think, about even. Yeah, so now they're ahead about 1,000. They're going to kind of, right, and they just kind of keep maintaining the lead. And like, I think it was just very good team fighting. Right, they played through the top lane really well, and very good team fighting. I'm still going to criticize the draft. I think the Lee Sin pick was still not the best. I think that the only reason that he was getting value was because the person who was playing him was just very good at it. That being said, I can't believe I got this done in under an hour. Have a great day. Goodbye.